Bienvenue à Cause Santé with Hana. Non, moi c'est Pauline Louis Magis. Moi c'est host nous pour journée jodia. Et jodia comme si pour tout le monde qui a regardé nous et ouais que gain couleur jaune sur moi. On connaît depuis ouais mesdames Hana yo mette jaune, couleur maillot jaune, on connaît jodia c'est Family Picnic Day. Oui. Jeudi à nous gain family picnic nous cap fait dans Miramar Regional Park. Nous connaissons family picnic là c'est un événement que Hana fait de quoi pour nous capables chercher un moyen to raise a little bit of funds for the community. And jeudi c'est summertime fun family picnic with Hana. Miramar Regional Park, n'a corporate pavilion. Corporate pavilion, non, c'est plus gros pavilion qui est dans Miramar, habitué avec Miramar Regional Park. C'est pavilion qui next to the amphitheater. C'est adresse parc là, c'est 16801 Miramar Parkway. 16801 Miramar Parkway dans Miramar, Florida. So n'a tout le monde. Actuellement, mesdames, yo getan là, yo getan fini ranger, m'tande et chicken getan sous barbecue, wap vini, wap pay $30. $30 depuis à 11h pour 6h d'après-midi. Wap fait toute journée, ou avec un gen manger, n'a gagné toute qualité manger, wap gen pour ti moun yo gen hamburger, hot dog, picnic manger pour grand moun yo connaît c'est haïtien nou ye, faut nous gen ti diri nou, faut gen ti chicken nou, ap gen barbecue chicken, ap gen diri, ap gen un pile lot snack pour ti moun yo manger pour nous même tout melon, fruits, de l'eau, tout ça besoin boire, les fini un pile jouet, un pile plaisir. So pour $30 seulement, you can spend the whole day avec Hana, vente plein, enjoy, and ou connaît c'est pour une bonne cause que wa fait ça. You're doing it for a great cause, which is to support mission et vision Hana. So, on fois encore, m'a dit tout le monde, m'va le monter sur Facebook là pendant m'a dit ça pour m'ka make sure que moun Facebook yo qui sous page Hana tande qui ça m'a dit, so qui t'aime faire ça pendant là, I'm going to go ahead and share in the Hana Facebook page pour tout le monde qui suivi nous sur Facebook to be ready to attend the Hana Family Picnic. So napton no. So et jeudi a nous gagnons bel show pour nous. Et show jeudi a moi gagné une ti moun communauté a nous toujours dit depuis parce que c'est un plaisir pour nous même na Hana pour nous toujours gagner guest avec co-host qui c'est ti moun qui fait dans communauté a qui levé dans communauté a qui était parti à l'école and then you retourne back dans communauté a et c'est Dr. Julie Kader but umagi konya
Passman.
Nous tout connaît mais pour elle ou connaît petite Kimon Lee So Dr. Passman, Kader Passman, tant pour saluer auditeur nous please.
Oui, c'est un plaisir pour me la journée là. Tako Pauline di m'retourner na communauté na m'konwe un pile patient na l'hôpital na North Shore puis m'gen clinique men na 620 Northeast 123 Street North Miami au cadre toujours le 305 640 56 11.
So you work in North Shore, travaille dans North Shore, but you gain clinique privée.
Oui.
Okay. So that's good. So nous contents parce que ou là avec nous contents ou retourner dans la communauté pour bailler service à tout le monde dans la communauté. It's like c'est m'dekadi yon legacy cap continuer because m'kon changer pas pour c'était un docteur is he still working?
He does, yeah.
Oh. Hi, Dr. Kader, sorry. So, Dr. Kader, Simon. And Dr. Kader, c'était une go supporter Hana. Dr. Kader, naptono putune na Hana. I know he used to be a big supporter of Hana, always sponsored the gala and other events. So, Dr. Kader, shout out to you. So, thank you for being here, Dr. Passman. So, jeudi, nous gagnons un sujet important. N'a parlé de vaccination and then of course nous na focus na meningitis. And yon na bagay ki fe na focus na meningitis because Nan mois d'août là, m konnen gen an pile parents si yo pon kon planifiye to prepare for back to school. Pour ti moun yo retourner l'école, mais c'est pas celle ti moun petit, but grand ti moun too. Kids who are going away to college, ou gen ti moun kapal nan college, kapal lot kote for the first time, yap kite la kayo. And na pale de meningitis, because nou konen meningitis is one of the diseases ki atake ti moun, si tou jen ti moun. And then the importance of vaccination. So nou konen nan États-Unis, vaccine se yon bay ke they push a lot. And gen pil l'école, si ti moun nan pa gen vaccine, li pa ka, I believe, if not all of them, they have to be vaccinated in order to enter school.
Exactly.
And nou konen, the reason why vaccination is essential, according to the CDC, is because it provides, provide like yon sort de protection, immunity, like we would say in English, yon sort de protection pour ti moun ni grand moun tout, pour certaines de maladies ka fait effet. So to start off, Dr. Passman, est-ce que vous capable expliquer nous qui ça qui vraiment let nous di vaccination, like what is it and why is it important for us?
So vaccin yo très important pour tout le monde besoin avant yo entrer l'école. Vaccin yo empêche presque plus que 29 millions de monde à l'internet l'hôpital. À empêcher 1 million de monde mourir. Vaccin c'est une préparation pour aider stimuler système immunitaire nous. So li très important parce que on connaît moun sak pa gen vaccin ça yo ka gen pile complication, le moun ka malade. Avant nous te gen vaccin, yon te gen pile ti moun même avec grand moun sak te kon mourir de presque 15 maladies. Maladies ça yo c'est tankou chickenpox, influenza, measles avec meningitis. So ça c'est un bagay sak très très important. T'as comme dit li empêche plus que 29 millions de monde à l'intérieur de l'hôpital.
That's 29 millions moun. So 59 million, 29 millions moun.
29 million.
29 million. Oh, 29. Okay. 29 million moun li empêche yo éterner l'hôpital à cause des maladies qui yo take up et développer si yo pas de point vaccin.
Oui.
Okay. So who are the people who should receive vaccines?
So moun sak supposé recevoir vaccin c'est tout le monde. Li pi important pour la kaiti moun pour yo prendre vaccin parce que on connaît immunité pa yo li pa gen pile force, like they're not strong, their immune system is weaker. Avec moun sa gen lot maladie tankou si yo fait sick, so if they're diabetic, si yo fumé, if they're smokers and have COPD. Si yo gen problème rein, so even like renal failure patients, yo supposé recevoir un type de vaccin. So ta comme dit tout monde supposé gen, but li très très important à ti monde.
Because ti moun nan nou konnen le ti moun nan fait, like you said, their immune system et système immunité yo pas fort pour yo et des séries de germes que yo capable rencontrer avec ti moun nan, parce que toujours ouais gen pile moun nan moi pour moi même toujours dit ça, one of the things that I cringe le moi moun nan pon ti moun nan ti bébé qui à peine fait ti moun nan pour gen même gon moi l'a sorti avec ti moun nan public li pour aller ouais ti moun nan Walmart avec ti moun nan. I was like, oh my God. Ou connaît que ti moun sa gen certaines maladies qui capable entrer sur ti moun sa facile. And then one of the ways, like you said, so vaccine. Et me changer tout et gen say des vaccins que yo bay ti moun nan depuis ti moun nan fait.
Oui,
like right, like within
B.
Okay, within the hospital at birth they would give that child the vaccine. So, qui sont capables de ou mentionner de certaines des maladies que that is important for them, for those people to receive vaccine. Can you say a little bit, pour qui raison, tant qu'on monde qui fait rien, on monde qui fait diabète, why is it that important for them?
Li très important parce que immunité pa yo li pa gen pile force, so their immune system is weaker. So si yo po maladie sa, li ka fe yo tombe tankou they can hit them really hard. Parce que tankou m'di vaccin yo c'est une préparation pour aider stimuler immunité. So li aider immunité pour ka gen plus force.
So, since, like, one of the biggest things, nous connaît que tankou COVID, that was one of the ways qui te vin diminuer COVID.
Yeah.
Is because gan pil moun ki te resevwa vaksin. And then moun ki gen comorbidities, tanko diabète, ki fe tension, ki fe maladi ke, moun ki fe HIV. So moun sa te plis at risk yo resevwa vaksin. But gen pil moun ki toujou pe vaksin because yo do gen trop risk nan vaksin. Nan nou konen, nou menm ki nan domaine santé ya, who are in healthcare, we know, but it's not risque là, nous toujours dit risque là pipiti, que bénéfice que moun nan jwen, the risk is very minimum compared to the benefit of it. So, qui sont capables di de some of the risks, if there is much, is yon moun ki pa recevoir vaccin ou ki pa vle pour un vaccin?
So, premièrement, m'a dit vaccin yo bon. Yo empêche un pile maladie entre sous timoun avec grand moun. So they're very safe. They've been around for a very long time.
Lots of research.
Lots of research has been done. If you don't get vaccines, you know, it can cause you to get certain diseases. And the risk of the diseases, you're more at risk of the disease if you do not get the vaccine than if you do get the vaccine. So it's very important that you try to get vaccinated.
Right, right. So, gen pil moun, like I said, there's an pil like misconception. Gen pil myths about vaccine.
Yeah.
You know, in ka di, sou al nan réseaux sociaux, social media, ou gen pil moun, oh, vaccin, pa kite yo mbete vaccine nan ti moun nou, mchonje le COVID, they putting a chip on you, they're gonna track you. So, mwen toujou di, tak ou telefon mwen, men machine nan, ou entre nan machine nan, de pou start machine nan gen tan bo direksyon pou ale. You know, I just thought of something I saw on social media, but machine nan gen tan bo direksyon, so, lo ap track, I mean, tracking me, who cares? I don't have nothing to
nothing
hide,
to hide.
right? But outan de gan pil moun ki di lo pon vaksin, for example, there was a myth about, women, it would, cause them not to have a child. It can cause them to become barren. And garçon la fait, they say the bagay, garçon, oti moun nan la fait. So there's a lot of different myths out there, an pil myth de vaksin. Ki so kapab di pou de sa?
Avant ça, avant ou toujours pour un vaccin ou n'importe bagay ou fait na vie ou toujours besoin d'éducation. So, it's good to educate yourself. And then once you educate yourself, any questions you have, always ask your doctor. There's a lot of everything is about social media and online right now, so there are a lot of myths, but we usually go by the facts and the research. So some may assume that, for example, like polio has disappeared from the U.S. and it no longer is necessary to get vaccinated, but that's not true. Other parts of the world, there's widespread of polio. We just don't see it
Surtout
here.
nan zone Afrique, an pil pays Afrique.
Yeah. Nou jis pa wè la paske an pil nati moun yo avek gamoun yo pon vaksin yo. But si ou pa pon vaksin yo, ou ka get reinfected.
Right.
So, if we go to another country and say, for example, you're not vaccinated, you can get infected from somebody else who has polio if you don't have the vaccine. So there are a lot of misconceptions. Un pile mauvais conception. Other misconceptions are, for example, vaccines some parents think it can cause autism. It just happens. Autism occurs pretty much at the same age that you get, for example, your MMR. So it's more likely a coincidence and less likely due to the vaccine.
Oh, okay. Okay. But m'chonge, wap pale de sa, de maladie autism spectrum dan, le yo te di ke m'chonge docteur ki te or scientist, I should say. I think it was a science that said that c'est vaccin qui cause ti moun yo vin developpe ça. But recherche pale ya, they debunked it because they found that there was false pretense, false information in recherche li, and recherche li a pas complete. So it goes back again to risk versus the benefits, right? Bénéfice la toujours pi wo, wap calcule 50 years ago, the life expectancy yon moun.
Probably the 70s.
Yeah, right. Ou gen moun kon ya map gade na televizyon yon gen moun ki gen 100, yon gen moun Haitien ki gen 121 ans ke depi la viv. You know, still able to move around and talk.
Yeah, life expectancy is definitely increasing, and it's because of all the resources. So vaccines, medications, treatment.
Right. So the one last question, and you mentioned about the autism, that pil parent pa vle kite ti moun yo pon vaccine because of that. Key conseil, what can you say to a parent who does not want their child to be vaccinated? Is there again when kids say, oh, map just make sure ki ti moun mwen eat, they put them on like yon diet, like a diet that's like plant-based and sesitela, like, you know, map just by timun mwen ji ki ka eleve immune system yo. Ki so kapab di, what advice can you give to those people, or education?
So advice for that, definitely educate yourself on autism, what causes it. Sometimes it is genetic. It depends how the pregnancy was, if there was any complications. That could be a cause. If you don't want your child to get vaccinated, you make sure you go to a doctor who's on the same page of you, because same page as you, because not all pediatricians are pro-vaccination.
Yeah, because my pediatrician, na officially, le ou vin na officially, which, you know, to me, symptom mom tap senti mon ti jan by pou sa, but to timon mwen, you know, they're vaccinated. No office pali, li gen deseksyon. If your child is CPT to pa vaccinate, ou vini na office li, ou pa chita même kote avec l'autre monde. It actually has a sign that says unvaccinated patients here. Now, to me, you know, I'm looking at that, comment ti moun nap sentili. You have a child, comment ti moun nap sentili. And I get, mwen pou ki sa l fè sa.
Of course.
Because ti moun ki pa gen ki pa recevoir vaccin, ou gan moun tou, ton kou map chanje, I think it was last year, nou te gen yon measles outbreak, or maybe 2 years ago. Measles outbreak mkwe en Creole, I'm not sure, and si yon moun nou konen ki koman pou mdi measles en Creole, tan pou yon kapab rele radio, se mkwe se maladi amidal, or I believe that measles is amidal en Creole, and te gen outbreak. In Bashonje Kumka na ita Florida nou te gen like 9 ka, which is a lot, because maladi sa sou maladi ki gen vaccine, depi ti moun nan piti, they received the MMR vaccine. So epok sa si tou, like my pediatrician's office, I remember, di te gen yon sin, si sou vin avek yon timon ki pat reseva vaccin, en timon nan gen symptom sa, li do not come into the waiting room. Depi nan pot la, yo mette sin nan, because why? Nou tout konen, measles is very contagious. So si tou log en timon piti, li kapap gen, and parfois, it can be very dangerous to the child. And si gon gran moun, ki pot ko recevoir vaccine. Can the adult get it as well?
Get the vaccine?
Get the measles or...
Oh, yeah, they can definitely get it. But there's a certain timeline for you to get the measles vaccine. After that...
Nan l'âge.
I have to think about it. I don't remember the exact age, but there is a limit where once you pass that, you can't get the MMR.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So another question that I have that's, let me see on WhatsApp. Somebody, shout out to Team Hana. Team Hana is listening. Shout out to everyone who's listening to Team Hana. I have a question. The HPV vaccine, pour Timon, pour Timon. I know we talked about this before on the show, but est-ce que ti garçon an ka arrêté sans yo pa recevoir HPV vaccine? Like the HPV vaccine, I know they give it to boys and girls.
Yes.
So yo besoin connaît est-ce que li important pour ti garçon recevoir le tout?
Oui, il est très important pour garçon avec fille recevoir vaccin ça yo. Because HPV, it is a sexually transmitted virus. 90% of people may end up with HPV, but not all signs are always there. So especially in boys, the signs won't be there, especially when they get older and they can transmit it to a female. And then the female can end up getting, cervical cancer. If they are not up to date with their pap smears. So it is recommended to get it in boys. A lot of parents say, "Oh, my kids are not sexually active, so they don't need it."
Nous entendons tout le temps que parents ont toujours dit, "Oh, ti moun mwen pas nan affaire sexuelle, li pas nan relation sexuelle, li pas supposé pour un vaccin." Mais it's like you're doing a disservice. Pour ti moun nan si tout garçon, because comme on dit, the boys does not feel any symptoms, but you're capable les al nan relation sexuelle avec un petit fille ou une femme, yo capable ba yo virus là qui cause cancer, cervical cancer. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Doctor. Doctor parle créole.
Oui, m'avait say, and then I had to look up again the pour MMR, the max age is 12 years old.
12 years old. Ça veut dire après l'âge 12 ans. Vaccine it's not effective.
It won't be available.
It won't be available to you. It's not. Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. Thank you, Dr. Passman. From Changer Passman.
Ou ka di Dr. Kader?
Dr. Kader.
Tout le monde connaît Dr. Kader.
Non, pas vrai pour Marie à fâcher.
He'll be okay.
Okay. So, ainsi tout le monde en fois encore. Merci parce que nous te branché. Si vous avez une question, capable de les téléphones radio, c'est 305 945 1580 305 945 1580. So, une fois encore, I have to keep promoting. Jeudi à 3 août, c'est Hana Family Picnic. Hana Family Picnic qu'a fait jeudi à commencé déjà à 11h pour 6h dans Miramar Regional Park. Miramar Regional Park qui est localisé dans 16801 Miramar Parkway, 16801 Miramar Parkway. Ou ap joindre Hana, équipe Hana avec famille, tout le monde vini dans the corporate pavilion. Corporate pavilion, c'est gros pavilion qui bord the amphitheater na Miramar Regional Park. En vle di tout, shout out to the sponsor, Vice Mayor of the City of Miramar, Vice Mayor of City of Miramar, Alexandra Davis, who is the sponsor, one of the sponsors for the picnic. Also, Mishu Appeals as well, Mishu Med Appeals, who is also a sponsor of the picnic, and to all the sponsors and the members who contribute. There will be school supplies giveaway as well. Backpack giveaway. M konen l'école pour aller ouvrir là dans 2 semaines, 3 semaines. So, ap genyen giveaway. Puis, pour pique-nique là, pour toute journée, c'est $30 seulement pour adultes. $30 pour adultes, Timoun 7 à 13 ans, a payé $15 et Timoun 6 et puis is free. Free for kids under 6. Ti moun 7 à 13 ans, $15, grand moun $30, $30 pour entrer en toute journée, ap gen manger, ap gen boisson, ap gen games, ap gen musique, we'll have prizes, ap gen contest, the best dancer, the best un pile contest, ap gen ap gen pouy. C'est une façon pour enjoy you, pour un plaisir avec Mam Hana yo, and also bay yon ti donasyon. Comme toujours dit, lem sou lea, tout lot moun yo toujours dit, we are a non-for-profit organization. We don't make any money. We don't sell anything. Ti donasyon ke nou même communauté a bay Hana, c'est ça qui fait nous capable continuer sa affaire. 40 years of serving the community. 40 years we have been here and we're doing what we do. Radio show radio c'est une façon tout pour nous porter information by communauté, mais faut nous payer radio because mettre radio a gen bill, so for Hana capable payer li travailler qu'elle gen la yo, faut le payer, so for Hana payer, and c'est n'a dit communauté sous ta remen fonte donation, même sous pas kal nan pique-nique là. Even though you cannot go to the picnic, you can still make a donation. Ou capable aller dans website Hana, c'est www.hanaofflorida.org. C'est www.hanaofflorida.org et nous avons pesé petit bouton qui dit donate, ou donate. Ils mettent $5, ils mettent $50,000. Whatever it is, we're not going to take it. And if it's $50,000, please, God bless you and bless you again. So, n'a un petit pause tout petit and then n'a retourner avec show. I thank you. We are back with Cause Santé with Hana. Et n'a parlé jeudi à si je n'a parlé jeudi à c'est meningitis and also the importance of vaccine. Et comme nous connaissons l'école pour l'ouvrir là, et you have kids going back to school, you have kids that are starting college or returning to college, and gen pile nan yo for yo recevoir vaccin. Si tout petit moun kap entrer l'école for the first time, gen say the vaccine that they need to receive. Is there any vaccine, before we move on to the next part, is there any particular vaccine that someone should receive that's maybe not like a routine vaccine, anything else?
In general, for adults or children?
Adults. We can say adults.
Okay, so for adults, shingles vaccine is very important. It
I wonder
starts
if I ever received that.
at age 50.
Oh.
And there's 2 doses that you get 8 weeks apart.
So I have to ask my doctor about that.
Yes.
When I usually go for my general, toujours I'll fait physical general the month of my birthday, which is September.
Oh, same as me.
And est-ce que on encourage pour moun pour vaccin COVID là?
Oui, m'encourage tout le monde pour COVID-19 vaccin. L'a éviter si on lot moun gen COVID pour pas prendre.
Because we are seeing cases of COVID.
Yes.
Fortunately, COVID ke moun ap pon konya nous dit bon Dieu merci pour ça. It's not as severe
Exactly.
as COVID 2020 COVID, qui te tue un pile moun. And then moun, oui, yon moun ki pon COVID, ki te pon vaccin capable pon COVID, but different, they're not going to be as sick. Yo pa pa l'hôpital. Exactly. Moun nou plis wè l'hôpital avec COVID, c'est moun ki pat pon vaccin, ki pat recevoir vaccin, or, parce que m'de gon patient te pon only one dose, yo pas jamais retourner al point deuxième dose là les mandé pour qui raison que yo pas prendre deuxième yo pas prendre booster yo dit because yo te paie yo t'attendé tout le monde qui t'a dit oh pas supposé faire ça c'est là so n'a dit si yon monde ou te prend yon seul dose ou soit deux doses it's time for your booster and to get your third shot and then comme nous sujet COVID là m'a dit tout le monde yes, COVID is around. C'est un coup qu'on y a, it's like the flu, right?
Yeah, exactly.
C'est un coup log en grippe, ou gen COVID, on sel bagay, COVID la can do more damage than when you have the cold or the flu.
Yep.
All right.
La empêché pour internet l'hôpital.
Yeah, pempesho etene l'hôpital. So that's trou. That's trou. Ou gen dwa, et lakay ou bwe tite haisyen. And ou repose yo, and then you're okay. But lo pa pon vaksin, li vin affecte yo plus, soufou, your breathing, your lungs, and then you end up in the hospital. All right. So we're going to jump into seizure meningitis that we mentioned at the beginning. And comme te dit que nous connaissons meningitis là, c'est une maladie que ou capable inviter si yon moun vaccinate. So they can avoid it if they receive the vaccine. But nous connaissons gen pile moun comme nous dit qui pas pon vaccin. Hein? So if you can explain, tant pour expliquer moun yo ki sa ki meningitis.
So meningitis, yo le meningite, c'est une infection qui parle de inflammation na meningio.
Meningio, you say in your brain.
In your
say,
brain,
yes,
c'est,
the
oui.
lining of your brain.
Yeah, so c'est un coup on voile qui couvre cervelle tête. Et puis il y a une infection là ça. So it's very serious. So en pile moun supposé prendre vaccin et puis ou connaît l'autre moun y a pas dans college, c'est très important.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are like your moun qui peut-être développer meningitis? Qui sont des signes or in symptoms que moun sa capable where or they start, and then I know you can start commencer avec symptômes qui très like mild symptoms, and then how serious can it get? So the first signs that they would see.
Okay, so avec maladie ça, tout le monde ka gen mais ou joindre les plus la ka ti moun. So si un symptôme yo c'est cou red, ou ka gen fièvre, ou ka gen confusion, ou bien tomber crise, ou ka gen tête fait mal ça ou pas ka sipoter, ou ka gen nausée avec vomissement. Na tout signe ça yo ou pas gen tout ensemble, ou ka gen une ou deux là yo. Mais ça c'est na tant que ou ça plus na gramoun. Na ti bébé li paraît un petit différent. So ti moun la li ka gen accablé, li ka gen fièvre qui plus que 104 Fahrenheit.
That's high.
Yeah. Or 40 Celsius. Yo ka senti tant que yo pas vle manger, mi tan tête yo ka enflé parce que connaît lo yo ti moun mi tan tête la li soft.
It's soft.
Yeah.
It's soup. So timoun na m'konne vomissement, like you said, they can be vomit, like tant kou le si ti un ti bébé maman bay lait li pa vle manger. So I've seen that as far as when people talk about timoun na ki gen meningitis. Now, est-ce que I guess I can say plusieurs fois les timoun souffri fièvre. A lot of times parents you try to pour you diminuer fièvre la, like bring the fever down. Do you recommend that somebody does that, or is that something they should go to the doctor right away?
So là ouais ti moun la gen fièvre, c'est pour toujours le docteur là et puis là mesurer temperature, c'est pour dire qui li meilleur parce que si you gen on temperature 104, that's very high. Ça veut dire qu'il y a un autre bagage ça va passer. Tant que si ouais li 99, ou ka bay yo Tylenol et puis ou veille ti moun la. So ça ça pi important si ouais ti moun la pa manger yo accablé parce que yo lethargic. Parce que gen ti moun sa gen fièvre et puis y a joué, y a fait tout bagage normal. But signe la sa pi important c'est si yo accablé.
Okay. So what are some of the more serious ou capable di signes qui pi severe when it comes to meningitis?
Signe la sa pi severe ou connaissez une infection na meningio. So yo ka gen crise
Seizures.
Tombe,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
seizures. They can have like neurological problems, hearing loss, brain damage, kidney failure.
Right, because nous connaissons cerveau, the brain that's basically controls
The whole body,
everything.
yeah.
Can one of the complication also be that the person develop a issue with the spine and yovin pakamache or something like that?
So it can affect the spine, but first you have to treat the infection. So long term, yes, it can cause neurological problems.
So you notice it and take care of it right away.
Exactly. If it goes on for a long time. So si you have symptoms sa yo, pa konnen ki sa pou fè, jiske le doktor yo, pi yo ka di yo pou à l'hôpital, ou à internet l'hôpital, et puis yo ka ba ou médicament pou aider.
Okay. So is there, now I know there's a type of meningitis that people get, sitou nan jen timoun, like teenagers or like college student. I remember an issue with that where they develop I think we call it the flesh-eating bacteria, but they say it's caused because of meningitis. Is there what's the difference between that and just a simple infection?
So usually the most common is bacterial meningitis. You'll get bacteria, viral. They're septic, so tankou si you get infection la pou lontan, li ka entre nan san la, epi ba ou an infection sak pi mal. So those are some of that's pretty much how I would, word it.
Okay. Is there there like a cause ki sa cause li, eske just yon infection simple ke moun nan genyen devin develope sa, ou peut-être yon bay ke moun nan manje? Is there like the cause?
So the cause is on different types of bacteria. So there are many types of bacteria in the world, but they're very specific. This is more like science. So like they call it Haemophilus, strep. Those kind of infections can cause it, but that's why it's important to receive the vaccine.
Right.
Because then, you're less likely to. But it's not going to be found in a specific food, if that's what you're trying to ask.
So you mentioned strep. Can somebody yon moun ki fe maladi like tonsils? They have tonsillitis or one of those conditions. Can that cause the bacteria from that? Can that cause meningitis?
So strep in the throat is different because it's more science.
Right.
There's different types of strep bacteria that can affect different parts of your body differently. But any infection you get in your body, if it's not treated, it can eventually it can lead to something worse and eventually go in the bloodstream.
Right.
So that's, what we're trying to prevent in general.
Right. So the important to get the meningococcal vaccine, we call it, that prevents any form of bacterial meningitis, is sitou nan timoun e jen timoun yo as well. Can we prevent it other than just the vaccines? Paske gen pil moun ki do, I eat healthy, I stay healthy, I don't need to get the vaccine.
So if you know anybody who has signs or symptoms of it, you have to, stay away. And that's why, we recommend
because they are contagious.
They're contagious, and they're contagious. They say the technical term is respiratory droplets. So just, for example, we're sitting close to each other. If you had it, I can get it just by speaking to you, because when anybody speaks, there's some kind of spit that comes out.
Right.
And then, you breathe that in, and that's how...
so the 6 feet distance when we when we say, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for that. So is there anything additional que vous avez ajouté des informations vaccin or in meningitis that you would like to share?
I know a lot of parents, again, pil parents sak pa vle ti moun yo pran vaksin yo, but sak pi important c'est santé yo. So, sa semble tout moun connaît se vaksin yo bon, they're safe. There's a lot of research They've been around for a long time. So if you're having any doubts or any questions, always toujours demander docteur. Always ask your doctor or do your research because they are very important. And I'm pro-vaccine, so I think it'll prevent a lot of diseases and even death.
Okay. So there was another question about the pneumococcal vaccine pour grand moun yo. Est-ce que li important pour grand moun nan recevoir des vaccins ou si te yon sel la seulement one vaccine is enough to prevent the pneumococcal vaccine and si yo supposé prendre chaque 5 ans?
Oui, so yo commence prendre là yo gen 65 ans ou tant que si you fait sick or si you fait if you have like maladie care or if you have like COPD, you may have to receive it sooner. But c'est chaque 5 ans et puis yo gen different types with more strains. So li dépend de qui type de pneumococcal recevoir avant, but lo wal na pharmacie la ou wal docteur ya di yo qui le pour recevoir the follow-up.
Another question, the flu vaccine. Et pour qui ça nous supposé recevoir moun yo ka voye question sur WhatsApp, merci. WhatsApp a parlé tout, c'est pas celle sur Facebook. Et pour qui ça yo supposé si yon moun fin grand moun, li supposé recevoir flu vaccine chaque année.
Ou recevoir flu vaccine chaque année parce que c'est un virus. Virus, you can toujours changer, I don't know how to say this in Creole, but the strain.
Okay.
The vaccine will protect you from the most common strains. So in order to keep the immune system stronger, c'est toujours important pour prendre chaque année.
Right. Ça veut dire pour flu vaccine, no, which strain, I don't know how to say it too, but I think I just said the germ. The germ qui cause the flu, li gen doit changer.
Oui.
Li gen doit changer chaque année because son virus la multiplie and it can take
They're
different
smart.
forms. Yeah, right. They can take different forms. You know, it's like they're saying, the humans know what to do, so konya m'a vini en l'autre façon. So l'importance pour ça. Ti bébé, est-ce que ti bébé a supposé recevoir flu vaccine?
Oui, là, yo gen 6 mois, yo ka commencé recevoir vaccin yo. Et puis chaque année.
Okay, pour moun qui sou WhatsApp qui pose question, I hope you entendez ça docteur a dit et pour grand moun yo with the vaccines pour yo capable recevoir the pneumococcal vaccine, c'est vaccin qui prevent pneumonia. Et pneumonia nous connaît c'est une maladie qui affecte poumon. Your lungs, and pour grand monde, si tu yon grand monde qui déjà gagne système immunio bas, li ka vini very dangerous to them. HIV. I know this the answer to this, but I'll let you. Est-ce que gagne yon vaccin pour HIV? HIV.
So for HIV, there's medications to prevent if you're exposed to somebody with it. But a vaccine that's going to help you prevent it, no.
Pas gagner vaccin pour prevent HIV, mais si yon moun ou vin exposé tant ou avec yon moun ou te nan relation sexuelle avec yon moun qui gagne HIV, gagne PrEP therapy.
Exactly.
Ou capable recevoir PrEP therapy et nous connaît people who are qui cap vivent une vie qui risque, qui nan high risk ou capable recevoir PrEP therapy for HIV vaccines. So the best way to prevent is to protect yourself, protéger tête ou, l'on parle dans relation, si tu dans relation avec yon moun ou pas connaît, mais l'autre maladie que Dr. Parchment a mentionné yo, et l'autre vaccin que Dr. Parchment a mentionné yo, ou capable recevoir vaccin ça yo pour prevent maladie que nous te mentionné at the beginning of the show. So, Dr. Passman, qui côté communauté a capable jeune service ou?
Gen privé clinique mais li na North Miami, adresse là c'est 620 Northeast 7th Street, North Miami, Florida 33161. Numéro de téléphone là c'est 305 640 56
305 640
56 11 305 640 5611. Moi Timoun avec Gramon.
So in North Miami, c'est dans North Miami office là? Yeah, okay,
North
so
Miami.
so she's located in North Miami, 126th Street.
28.
28th Street. Is that a clinic or
A clinic, yes.
So
Private
private
practice.
clinic. So ta reme a jouen service et nommé docteur et Passman, Kader Passman ou capable passer dans office li, c'est une ti moun communauté comme te dit dans commencement qui retourne pour bail service dans communauté. Moi vle di tout, the show is sponsored by the Haitian American Nurse Association members, Mom Hana qui toujours supporte tout ça Hana fait, New York Life Insurance, and also West Coast University, who is also a sponsor, and I want to say Florida Blue too. Shout out to Florida Blue, who always support tout ça que Hana fait. So si on moun ou ta reme plus information de Hana and what we do, ou capable le téléphone Hana à 305-609-7498. C'est 305-609-7498. Sou besoin plus information de Hana et nous gen office nous qui localisé et 1870 Northeast 171 Street dans North Miami Beach, Florida. That's 1870 Northeast 171st Street. Lundi, jeudi avec vendredi 10h pour 5h. Sou passe ou pas joindre yon moun, peut-être ou passe non yon jou que nous pas là, ou capable quitter yon note et ou le téléphone nan et n'a retourner the phone call. So Dr. Kader, thank you so much. Kader Passman. Thank you so much for your time ou te vin là pour partager information de un sujet qui est très important pour communauté et nous connaît nous là na Hana, this is what we do, c'est ça nous fait, que n'importe les ou gen un sujet ou ta remè traverser fait nous connaît n'a fait n'a aidé passer information ça. So one fois encore et before I go, I gotta promote the picnic. Moi même l'aime saute là, nous maillot jaune moi, nous Hana Family Picnic avec maillot jaune moi sous moi depuis me déplacer dans radio là, m'a going head straight to Miramar Regional Park pour me passer la journée avec Mam Hana yo et Mam communauté parce que me connais Mam communauté always come out to support et nous dit nous merci parce que sans communauté there is no Hana. So Mom Hana yo, there is no Hana. Shout out to Madam President Katiana Saint-Thomas Azima. And in vle di shout out to all the Hana members. Bon ko bam gen les mesdames yo gen tap voye photo. Yo gen tap voye photo sur WhatsApp la kote yo nan picnic la yap enjoy yo. So nap tan tout moun nan Miramar Regional Park. Me video yo gen tap fe video. Tale ou valwe yo sur page Facebook la. Miramar Regional Park ki lokalize nan 13801 Miramar Parkway. Again, $30, $30 for adults, $15 for kids 7 to 13, and Timoun 6 ans plus bas is free. And this is one of the ways we do say you know événement que nous fait dans Hana pour raise funds pour organisation nan de quoi we can continue what we do for the community. Again, a shout out to na merci Vice Mayor of the City of Miramar, Alexandria Davis, qui sponsorise a picnic la année ça. Et nous gen l'autre sponsor. In m'a dit excusez si m'pas mentionné non sponsor, but we will make sure pour nous porter information sous responsor yo pour nous remercier yo pour service yo, remercier yo to their contributions that they do for the organizations for the organization of Hana. Again, mabdi back to school is nou gen pou nou fè yon show in back to school and the safety of back to school. Oh, speaking of back to school, na picnic lan we will have book bag giveaways with school supplies pou ti moun yo, chak ti moun ki vini ap jwen supplies for back to school at the picnic today na Miramar Regional Park. Li gen ta komanse depi a 11 pour 6 d'après-midi. Again, make sure que the vaccines are up to date with before the kids go back to school, and make sure that your kid is protected.
Yep.
Because si Paula ka protege, you protect yours, but somebody else, they probably decide yo pa bay ti moun yo vaccin, ou soit ti moun nan ka vini avec yon maladie, and then petit ou ka vini gen maladie sa, maybe, gen de moun kap di, oh, petit entel te gen maladie a, li te bien, but pam nan ka bien tou. You never know.
You never know.
You
That's
never
right.
know. Merci, Dr. Kader, sorry, Dr. Kader Pasman. Merci parce que vous êtes là. Shout out to Dr. Kader, the father. Dis Hana aptan nou, m'konnen wap koute. So naptan nou lot samedi sou même station pou yon lot sujet de cause santé with Hana. Map di tout moun bon samedi et m'aptan nou nan Miramar Regional Park. Lo paret fem vin tape m'di m'tap kouton nan radio, mais mwen m'vin supporte Hana pou m'ka konnen ke ou te la. So nap di tout moun merci and bon samedi.